for some real education, today on Instant Classic, Dutch painter Herman Steenwijk was born in China about the year 1612. He was the brother of Pieter Steenwijk, also a still life painter, whose father, Evert, sent them to learn painting from their uncle David Bailey in Leiden. Bailey influenced Steenwijk to paint his first work titled Vanitas. Steenwijk was active as a painter in Leiden between 1628 and 1633, best known for his visual sermon in the painting, An Allegory of the Vanities of Human Life. Steenwijk died in 1656.
And this is the picture, the allegory of the vanities of human life. Now, of course, this is a still life painting, and all still life painting is contemplative. One of the saddest things about living in a contemporary technological age is we've lost the ability to contemplate, right? We've lost and we're trying to bring it back. We're trying to import things like meditation from Eastern culture to try to get us back, but it's not working really well. We are a fidgety, ADD-addled, hyper, completely unable to sit still couple of generations here who have 5 seconds. I mean, literally, you watch how angry your kids get. Maybe you too, if you're on your cell phone all the time. How crazy does it drive you if it takes 15 seconds for something to upload?
Whew.
I mean, you freak out. Contemplativity is beautiful, and still life is the painting version of contemplative. Now go to the picture. All still lives ask you to contemplate the meaning and the vanity of life, the fleetingness, the transience of life, how quickly life goes. And you have this beautiful table. Everything seems random, but everything is carefully placed for a reason. First, it's impossible not to notice that the one ray of light that beams into the room, and you can see the dust mites. How beautifully is that painted? You can almost see the dust mites floating in that beam. It comes full bore on the skull. Because all of those things that surround the skull are human endeavors that we try to fill our time with. Notice that the mouth of the skull rests directly on a flute, right? Almost as if it's a skeletal Hamlet, right? That's a great scene in Hamlet when he was talking about the flute player. You've got the skull of Yorick there and the flute. So you've got a couple of musical instruments. You can see a horn to the right. You've got an open pocket watch. Time's ticking away. Music and the books, literature, that represents the pleasures of life, right? And think about music, too. These were people who could sit through hours and hours of church music. By the time you got to the age of the great composers, Beethoven, in the 18th century, you were sitting through 3 and 4 hour concerts. Now you can barely get through one song before you fast forward to the next one. So you've got the music and the books that suggest contemplativity, that suggest pleasure and how fleeting those things are. You've got the open stopwatch time. You've got the conch shell, and you've got the Japanese samurai sword, which suggest travel and suggest wealth and opulence, the exotic, how those things, that beautiful little flush of pink satin on the handkerchief that runs through the back of the picture. You've got books there. You've got jugs. You've got also inverted. This is really kind of an interesting take. Many still lives focus on rotting fruit. Gorgeous baskets of fruit. But if you look at them really carefully, you'll see that peach has a wormhole in it. And those grapes are starting to turn, right? And you think about it, if you keep fruit out, how quickly do the little tsetse flies, the little fruit flies, start hovering around the food. Here, the basket of fruit has been overturned altogether, right? It's all the fruit has gone bad and it's been thrown out. And you can see the lamp there with a little puff of smoke. Somebody has just blown out the lamp. Out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow, said Shakespeare. That's it. Steenwijk's painting here is really quite gorgeous. If we have the ability and the patience to contemplate, it would be a lot better for all of us.